So yeah, honestly, just wait till 10 a.m. here. See what Price wants to do. Form a Ferrari gap. Me might come sweep out this Devil's Mark. Maybe come top it in this Ferrari gap here. I mean, honestly, if we get a closure like here, you can literally just do something like this. I guarantee this will play out. Just because we leave a failure swing to that low, accumulation, manipulation, distribution, I wouldn't expect price to reverse. This should be the confirmed high of days. Just because we tap into a higher time frame PD rate, have an SMT. Extra confirmation is we tap into this hourly gap, have an SMT, reject, continue, changes instead of delivery here. Respecting bearish PD rates, you know. So price just wants to dump lower though. I would like to engage myself with a short to this weekly gap though. But like this might accumulate, right? Eight minutes till 10 a.m. Like it might not be the best price action at all because of this large range overnight. So for me continuing to target zero on liquidity is probably going to be my only look for today. I'll just be a little scared too. And maybe I could enter off this 3 minute. It's risky though, so probably not. I'll definitely just wait for price here. Now, ideally, we get an accumulation manipulation with SMT and then a distribution. That's all I'm looking for. And then if we expand past this gap, I'd be looking to take a limit order here. Ideally, in the next, 6 minutes, we don't take this out. Because I really want to take a short today. Hmm. internal SMT here on this 5-minute candle. Maybe that pushes us a little higher. Would be nice. It's all about being patient today. So yeah. We're just patient, being patient, chilling here. 10 a.m. open, ideally. Accumulates higher. Accumulates, manipulates higher. Let's see. Will the 10 a.m. candle just open, close higher? I mean, we look pretty bearish right now. I mean, we're reacting off this bearish PDR, right? We reacted off this 1 minute gap here. We continue lower. I just want to see how the 10 a.m. candle opens. Are we just gonna straight dump lower? If we're gonna dump this, this is like, if we do something like this, but probably not. We're gonna get that 5-minute change in order block. But on a day like this, you can pretty much just scalp any bearish PDRA and it'll play out very nicely, right? So just see how this 10 a.m. candle opens up. On a day that's very, very bearish and, you know, we have heavy expansion, all these small bearish PDRAs, you can pretty much take an entry off any of them. If the drawn liquidity truly is bearish, right? For me, ideally, I want price to manipulate higher and continue lower. That would be the perfect situation for me. 10 a.m. candle opens up. See, if we get this change instead deliver, maybe we go higher. But I'm not trading any longs till here. Just want price to ideally manipulate into something that makes sense, but the 4-hour candle might manipulate with an open, low, high, and then close, right? We might do something like this rather than, or we even might do something like this, which would be ideal, where we double purge it, engineer liquidity up here. Yeah, so pretty much game plan is if we tap this 15-minute for rally, I'll get that confirmation, I'll take it here. If not, I'll probably set a limit order at this hourly gap. Keep my stop loss above here. And we'll see. I mean, it makes sense to tap into that gap, hopefully. I'd want yes to tap into here. Nasdaq to be the weaker asset. If we leave a failure swing, that would kind of be pretty annoying. But like pretty much, we just need a candle body closure below here, and we'll probably dump. Just because the 10 AM candle opened up with any manipulation, this just might be the high. Ideally, we manipulate into that 15-minute gap. So let's see. Sweep out the high. Okay, so we tap in that 15-minute gap. See, we create an SMT here. Are we gonna expand past it? For me, a reversal here just doesn't make sense. It's like, think about it. We expanded so much overnight. There's this weekly for Valley Gap here resting. Right, we go from weekly internal to external. So first weekly for Valley Gap that we actually balance out. So I mean, we're 100% gonna come down here. It's not a matter of, if for me. It's just a matter about when. Timing the markets. This is just a retracement in my opinion. So if we don't respect this 15-minute gap, I'd be looking to short from this hourly gap. For me, it just doesn't make sense at all for price to reverse off of nothing, right? When you look to the left, there's nothing for price to reverse off of. There's no SMTs or anything at all like that. So I think it's just a short-term retracement, guys. We also had a doubles mark here. So if we get closer, I'll just set my limit here. With my stop loss, you guys can clearly see way above. You still might respect this 15-minute gap though. Five-minute order block here. Hourly gap might be that's the like 78 points from here. Moving internal SMT to lows? No, not even. Not even an internal SMT. Tapping this 15-minute propulsion block. If anybody took a long here, I mean, like you could capitalize on, you know, longing to this possible 1 hour for value gap. Pretty much just trading the manipulation of this 4-hour candle, which we do quite a bit. One bearish got a small buy at that IFVG earlier today. Nice. That's pretty nice, man. A 24255. 24. Probably here somewhere. Maybe this. Nice stuff, man. But yeah, for me, you know, I'm not really gonna trade longs, just in case. Like with this underlying hard time from drawing liquidity resting below, it truly doesn't make sense for price to reverse here. And that's probably the weekly objective. So, I mean, I'm just chilling until then. I mean, I think we really ideally come into this gap. Maybe even EQ. Let's see here. We might also sweep, you know, the previous candles high. And then look to reverse. So let me just mark out these previous candles. Let's just this one. There's that daily gap though. I mean, ES is just so close to his weekly FVG, where for me, just ideally we just continue, or ideally we get a reversal off of here. You guys will see my limit when I place it. I want to see how you react off this hourly high. We create SMT here. Yeah, swept that hourly or previous hourly candle high. What is Nasdaq gonna do? I mean, the longs, if you got on the longs anywhere here, I mean, they're very clean, very expansive. So this is a bearish 1 minute PSP. See how we got that reaction after sweeping that previous hourly candles high? Might create a possible SMT here. Mm-hmm. 4 hour, 4 hour Ferrari up here. I mean, I wouldn't expect a reversal of this range at all. Reform. These for value gas. I want to see how this 15-minute candle closes relative to this gap. Just be patient here, guys. So yeah, man, I just want to see how we react off this hourly candle SM2. Are we gonna keep it? Are we gonna hold it? Are we gonna close? You're on a long job with nice. Trading to 482, 480. No, it's different on CFD. Nice, man. Nice long, man. You've been killing it, man. You're about to get that payout, but make sure you follow the consistency rule, man. Get that nice payout. So we remove this here. So I'll set my limit order here. It's gonna be something like this, guys. Stop loss here. I can make my stop loss a little tighter. What if I bring it here? Then you won't get your payout. I'll probably just risk one con here on my live account and then risk, let me do this on my funded as well. Pretty little risk on my live account, as you guys know. And then my funded, okay, limit set on my funded. Sweet. Okay, perfect. Till I get tapped. And this is pretty much just trading, you know, the 10 AM power 3 accumulation, manipulation, and then expecting that reversal to occur, right? Accumulation, manipulation. Barely have any wick on this candle. Left relative equal lows. Weekly for rally gap here. Hopefully this stop loss is like pretty decent here. So yeah, this is like an hourly setup, right? Hopefully we get topped. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Does this make sense to you, or I'm just wondering what you guys are thinking. It's a little bit of a riskier setup, especially with no confirmation, just taking that hourly gap. But I'm confident in the drawn liquidity. Hopefully we don't actually reverse from here, tapping that gap. Give me nice little entry here. We have a devil's mark on that 15-minute candle low. So let's see. And this would be the perfect area, for the retracement to stop, because we know price balances to the 50% of a range, right? Retraces to the pretty much the 50% of the range, goes to IRL to ERL. So it might just be balancing to that internal range of liquidity, and then we'll be targeting that external. This is a significant candle body closure, but this is in the first 20 minutes, right? Like, what else is the candle gonna do? Like, if we tap into this gap, are we really gonna have like what, a 300-point candle? I really do expect this to accumulate, manipulate, and distribute. Ideally. Our stop loss is 80 points in itself. But with one micro, it's pretty chill. If people took this long, I guess you just like on a day like this, you keep a static RR system. I mean, like maybe you could target these highs up here. Maybe this high, like this gap, like I mentioned. If we do just reverse from here, then I guess I'm on the wrong side of the market. There's no SMT at the lows, no internal SMT, no external SMT. Relative equal lows here. 4-hour candle barely has any wick. So hopefully we can get me tapped in here. And yeah, this is like relatively low risk on my fund or live account. And my fund is just regular risk, so it's whatever. And ideally, we create SMT. I mean, NQ is closer to this gap than ES. Hopefully, NQ taps into it, forms an SMT, continues lower. That would be the perfect scenario. Are we really going to leave a failure swing to this gap? We shouldn't, honestly. You never know with price nowadays. Like, you could even take this gap at the CE with how we're expanding. I personally don't mind just, limit ordering the entry of the gap. I'm covering in the gap. I'm covering the gap as high and this high as well. Like, my stop loss, like, you can even theoretically just keep your stop loss here. And if you get stopped out, you get stopped out. But I don't mind having that higher stop loss. Just for that extra safety. Means these longs just expanded very beautifully. GISD. GISD. Can we tap me in, please? I mean, how are we not just gonna tap me in there? Couple points away. Okay, we get tapped in there. So I wonder if this just continues expanding or what. But yeah, I mean, I'm chilling with the risk. If you guys are in this with me, no stress. Let me change this to ticks. So if this continues expanding, I mean, ideally, this 1 hour for value gap should just hold. That's the theory behind it. So this trade might take a while. It's because we're trading that 1 hour structure. Pretty much accumulation manipulation into this 1 hour gap, then distribution. So I'd say, or do we continue expanding? See, I'm just entering off this gap, not waiting for that confirmation, which, you can do. For me, I don't mind just straight up taking that gap, waiting for price to, reject off of here, just playing that power of 3. So yeah, I mean, even if I wanted, I could probably target these lows if the drawn liquidity is correct. Just I'm sticking with my R system that I made for this month, so I'm good. I'm chilling. Then now it's just a waiting game. Nice, nice. Let's hope this trade plays out. I mean, regardless, I mean, like think about it logically as well. This 1 hour candle, right? To our stop loss is 260 points from its opening price. Now, if this 1 hour candle has a 260, and there's still 30 minutes left into the candles thing. So, I mean, what else does this candle have to do? Like, are we going to continue expanding for a 260 point 10 a.m. candle? Or, we expanded very, very quickly to this hourly fair value gap, right? Barely left any manipulation here. For me, it just looks like a perfect reversal. Ideally, now we have that SMT, hopefully, right? It stays. We get a significant closure of this 5 minute candle, and then I think we just dump. But yeah, let's just see. There's no even point to look at the 1 minute chart because we're trading hourly structure, right? So our entry is on the hourly chart, so it might take an hour or whatever to play out, unless we're very, very volatile. But for me, I'm just chilling, man. And this is light risk, so it's not even like we're over risking. Like, yeah, it looks like a big position, but it's under the risk protocol, right? It's under, this trade right here is like $160 in my live account. Like, who cares, right? Um, so it's nothing. It's just at the end of the day, it's just a trade. Yep. And for me, this is literally the only point where the accumulation, manipulation, distribution occurs. Barely have any manipulation at the lows. No SMT externally or internally at the lows. Significant drawn liquidity resting below relative equal lows. Weekly fair value gap resting below on ES. And yeah, I mean, now we just trust price. Just let it do its thing. I'm not even gonna break even or anything here. I'm just gonna let price do its thing. It's either stop loss or take profit from you guys. That's the new RR system for me. We're also, if we respect this hourly gap, we'll also be going from IRL to ERL, which will be really nice. So yeah, guys. Ideally, with this, if we get a significant candle body closure here on ES, and we don't come up and retest these highs, then we have that hourly PDRA SMT. Let me show you guys. Then we have this hourly PDRA SMT, which would then for sure just keep push us lower. Because then the 10 a.m. manipulation is actually confirmed. Right now we're just entering, before that confirmation. I'm just confident in this because my stop loss is pretty wide, and this makes sense to me. So I mean, it might just dilly dadly, whatever, right? But this is gonna take a while to actually play out. It's 10:30. So today's Thursday. Tomorrow, what news do we have tomorrow? Is tomorrow NFP? Wait, no, it's not even October. PCE. See, my birthday is on Monday, guys. I might go on a little trip over the weekend. We'll see. Little birthday trip. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, guys. What are you guys doing for the weekend? Anybody doing anything special while we wait for this price action? No plans yet. Yeah, I mean the weekend is just chill, get off the charts, do your thing. Especially that I don't trade Mondays either, so it's like a long weekend essentially. You're from Qatar? No, I'm from Canada. In Toronto. Where you guys from? Oh yeah, I was in Qatar in January. Nice. From Brazil but live in Miami. Austin, Texas. Nice. I'm actually gonna be in Dallas next month for a week. What's there to do in Dallas? Is there anything to do in Dallas or no? I'm trying to have some fun in Dallas. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna be in Dallas probably at the end of the month, in October. I love Miami, man. I live in Miami. Living in Miami is fire. Miami, Fort Lauderdale. Love it. Can you repeat the PO3 plan for this trade? So yeah, pretty much, right? You can clearly see this 4 hour candle, right? This 4 hour candle opens up with barely any manipulation, right? And so and think about it from a higher time frame perspective. We have this weekly for value gap here on ES, right? And you can clearly see, um, if if this manipulation here was enough, like you can clearly see we had this reject or reaction off this daily for value gap, right? And in my pre-market analysis, I said we might actually reverse from here and then continue to these daily external highs because there's equal highs up here. But what do we do overnight, right? Overnight, literally, over here we create an internal SMT. I can go back on NQ. We create an internal SMT inside of this 4 hour for value gap, and then we reject off of this. We get another confirmation here of London SMT tapping this 1 hour for value, and we get that change in this delivery. Now for me, price doesn't make sense to come all the way back up here because this is a confirmed high of day, right? So what is price doing when it's so close to a drawn liquidity like a weekly for value gap? Like look how close we are on ES to a weekly for value gap. It's like less than from the lows. It was like what? Less than. Let me show you. It was like less than 20 points on ES, right? Which we've expanded, 40 points above. But so for me, just anticipating this 4 hour candle to create this manipulation, I do think at some point we come down here, right? Come back down, liquidate these equal lows and tap into this weekly for value gap. That's my hard time frame objective, right? So why did I limit order this for value gap? I mean, this is the only hourly for value gap in the range. Like I even mentioned that if we react off that 15-minute for value gap, then I'll take a confirmation on the lower time frame for me. And then if we come all the way up here, I'm expecting this hourly for value gap to be the area that we reverse from. You can even mark out the high to the low, and this is near that, equilibrium OTE-ish area, right? So for me, this is the perfect place to uh, react off from, especially for this PO3. And as well, price moves from external to internal to external, right? And it also moves to equilibrium to balance the range. So we had a lot of impulsive price action. So I'm expecting this move higher just to be to balance the range. Now, we do have a decently long way to go. Um, but that's why I have a large stop loss. I'm just playing that time and then hopefully, we hit our TP. So for me, it makes sense. Like it genuinely makes sense for price to come back lower. And also the other thing I mentioned, right, is look, the 10 a.m. candle did this in what 25 minutes, 30 minutes. Unless we're just gonna accumulate for like the next thing, like is this 10 a.m. candle going to have a 260 point candle? I doubt it, right? Does it make sense to retrace back into here? Not really, because we have that SMT, right? We have all that confirmations there. So I mean, this should be the confirmed high of day. London should not even be tapped because of the SMT into that 1 hour for value gap, right? Like ideally, we just push lower, right? I mean, like I guess like if you're uncertain of this, like this would be a good break even point tapping this 15-minute gap. Me personally, right, I'm not break evening or anything at all. I'm just letting my trade play out. If I get stopped, I get stopped. The only time I break even is when we're like here, right, when we're very very close to hitting TP, because then it doesn't make sense to give all this back or you know all this back for you know a small RR. So and this trade might take a while because we are trading that hourly structure, which is fine. Like this trade might take a little bit because we're trading the hourly gap and not like a lower time frame confirmation. So you never know when it's actually gonna dump. Like we might form an SMT internally, whatever the case might be, and then we continue lower. As of right now, ES is not tapped into this gap, so this bearish SMT at the highs externally, which is also a very very nice thing. So let's just hope this continues lower. So yeah. Price wants to continue higher, there's not really much we can do. All we can do is just let it do a thing. We formed a beautiful setup around our PO3, right? Um, and this is what's it called? In the direction of the higher time frame drawn liquidity. Right now, I was anticipating price to inverse this 4 hour gap and then continue higher, to these equal highs, all this liquidity up here. What price told me overnight is, no, we have a significant drawn liquidity that we still want to meet, and this is this right here. And also another thing is, there's so many confluences to this trade. Um, Another thing is we don't have any SMT at the lows, so this candle just rejecting off of nowhere is kind of weird. And the thing about taking this trade is that because we just entered off that higher time frame for value gap, it might take a while. We might just be entering off an accumulation. We might chop around for a little bit because we're not waiting for that confirmation. Now, when you wait for that confirmation, you get a precise entry. Um, you might get that distribution right away because we're entering on the hourly structure. This might take a little bit to hit. Yeah, that's the thesis behind it. It's not bad. We're just chilling, man. This will also be recorded. So if anybody missed it, or if anybody wants to go over it again, all the stuff I just said will be recorded. Oh, and is anybody else having an issue with yeah, man, it's just good to review. But is anybody else having an issue Yeah, what was I gonna say? Accessing um the lessons in the what channel was it? In the live stream recordings channel, or was that just I don't know. I mean, it's good on my end. Do I have any internal SMT here? No. That external SMT. I think if we get a significant counterbody closure below, this will probably continue lower. We're just having a lot of wicks. If we stop wicking at a significant counterbody closure, we probably dump. So yeah, well, that's why I'm just chilling on the higher time frame. And price is just so boring. I enjoy execution. I enjoy, you know, executing the trade, looking at the charts before I enter, and then, after you enter, it's just like a waiting game, right? Which kind of gets pretty boring. I mean, it's not really much to do. What I like to do mostly for all the, OG people they know, whenever we do take a trade and, we're in it for a while, I just set and forget, go on a little walk, let price do his thing, right? And I feel like that really helps me as well, just making sure the trade plays out without any human execution error. Yeah. So yeah, we can continue higher, maybe to the CE. What's gap? And for me, when I take one win, I just get off the charts as well. See if we create an internal SMT here, reject off this accumulation, manipulation, distribution on this lower time frame, right? If this gets a closure down below, and this is gonna run lower because we have an internal SMT, external SMT. We swept out that accumulation range, and we're having a significant, change. I wonder if I want to see what price does here. Looks good though. Hopefully, yes, just stays weak. If we get a significant counterbody closure below here, for the people who haven't entered, I would probably enter here. Try something like this. Because now we have that internal SMT, external SMT. If we get that counterbody closure, of course. So that accumulation range with SMT, get a significant counterbody closure, should continue lower. Which recording do you discuss internal SMT and external SMT? Honestly, I don't remember, but I can just give you a lesson right now. So, pretty much, I mean, I don't even have my PDF with me, but pretty much there's two types of SMTs. Or honestly, there's four types of SMTs, but I'll just tell you. I'll tell you two, which are the most important. So, So I'll just use today's example anyways. So first there's external SMT, I'll go over the three. So first there's gap SMT, right? So when an asset taps into a hard time frame for value gap, well, the other asset does not tap into a hard time frame for value gap. And so pretty much it's just very straightforward. It's an SMT where one asset taps into a gap while the other asset fails to tap into the gap. And that's only confirmed after the candle actually closes. So right now we can't say we have a gap SMT on the hourly time frame because the hourly candle actually hasn't closed, right? So that's one where we have, and then another example here I can show you is right here. We have another gap SMT, right, with this gap up here. Because look at this. This is the 1 a.m. high. This is the 1 a.m. gap. ES is weaker and it does not tap into that gap, while Nasdaq is stronger and it taps into that gap, right? So that's gap SMT, which is very, very, very strong, very powerful. Another SMT, right, is internal SMT, where we have an internal lower time frame SMT inside of that higher time frame point of interest. So you can clearly see here, right, just happened just now, right? Where inside of this gap, we're creating another SMT internally on the 1 minute, the 5 minute, right? On just the any lower time frame where Nasdaq takes out this internal high while ES fails to take out this internal high, which is another SMT. So at this point, when I say we have a two stage SMT, that just means, we have a gap SMT, right? Nasdaq taps in this gap while ES fails to tap in this gap, and then we have an internal SMT as well, as you can clearly see, right? Internal SMT where Nasdaq takes out this high while ES fails to take out that high. So that's another SMT. And when we have two stage SMTs, they're amazing. And of course, the other SMT is just going to be an SMT like, let me see if I can find an example here. It's just a regular hourly SMT at the external highs or lows. So let's see if I can find something here. Oh, I have the perfect example. Let's remove this real quick so I can show you. And this is just an external SMT. It's just any SMT at a swing low or swing high. Not this. This right here. Zoom into it. So you can clearly see we have an external SMT with this low, right? NQ sweeps it, and this is a sweep, right? And that same low, right, does not get swept on ES. So there's an SMT just externally. So an external, pretty much just a hourly or above SMT at the highs or lows at any swing high or swing low, right? And there's another SMT from what I remember here. And this is an internal SMT, but on the hourly time frame. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Hope that's clear. How's that position doing? We got a breakout to the upside. It's not great. We're disrespecting that SMT. Might honestly not reverse then. We'll just wait and see. Still haven't tapped on that gap. These wicks are terrible though. I guess probably, it's hard to say, man. It's really hard to say. When you have proper logic and everything behind your trade, right? It's like, and another thing is, I'm not sure if you guys have heard this from me, right? But another thing is when you have a strategy that you backtest, right? When you have a strategy that's backtested that has positive EV, there's gonna be wins and losses even in the A plus setups. Because when we backtest, right, we're taking A plus setups only, and even with those A plus setups, we lose. Now, one thing I tell myself, even when I do lose, and that's what keeps me profitable, of course, that mindset is, listen, my win rate tells me I'm able to lose this amount of trades, XX trades, right? So I can lose these many trades and still be profitable because of my risk to reward, because of, my consistency, because of my win rate, because, the EV of my trades. So for me, even if I have an A plus setup, even if I have, an amazing thesis, right, the trade can go wrong and that's completely okay. And if it does go wrong, I'm just trusting my system in the long run. And I'm telling you guys, that is the number one thing that helps me execute A plus setups pretty much every single day, right? Or at least try to every single day with A plus price action. And it just keeps me consistent, keeps me moving forward, doesn't let me stress over trade. I take my loss, I move on. You know what I mean? So that's one thing I wish, everybody really drilled in themselves to, trust your setup. If it doesn't play out, just move on. But honestly, I mean, we just created more SMT here, which is a good thing. Are we just gonna chop around, or are we gonna get a distribution lower? Well, what does price want to do? That's the thing about trading hourly structure though as well. Like, I mean, this whole time we'd probably just be waiting for a setup. We wouldn't even be in. We'd still probably be waiting for this change in the state delivery to actually take our trade, right? Because then this would make sense. We have internal, external SMT assist deal of these series of down close candles. And then we'd probably take our trade because that's probably going to be the confirmation low because we just keep wicking. But as soon as we get a candle body closure below here, we should at least dump to that 15-minute for value gap. But yeah, I mean, for me, I'm just chilling, man. Probably just keeps wicking. Till we get this closure. But yeah, guys, I mean, for us, it's just letting the trade play out. So honestly, I might just chill here until like 11 a.m. and then just get off the charts and I'll just keep you guys updated. I mean, I'm not going break even, me personally, right? Just in my system, following my rules. If you feel the need to go break even, you could whenever you want. You can manage your risk however you want. I'll keep you guys updated on the setup. I'll sit here until 11 a.m. See what price wants to do. So we just keep wicking. One candle body close is all it takes, guys. One candle body closure. We actually reacted off the C of that gap before as well. If this trade like does get stopped out, I mean we just had a reverse out of thin air. No SMTs, no nothing. Left a failure swing to that weekly low, and we just reversed out of thin air, which would be pretty funny and pretty illogical for the market to do. But like I said, the market does whatever it wants. See if this 11 a.m. candle can push us lower. Like it would be funny if we get rid of this extra SMT in the last 3 minutes of the hourly candle. Ideally, this candle is just a swing point. Right, and then that 11 a.m. candle just dumps. And if ideally we close below this IFVG, or I mean this fair value gap. I mean, it's just pretty much just chopped this whole time. I mean, we're pretty more. I mean, we're chilling right now. It's not like anything significant's happened yet. Say lower time from accumulation to expected. Just hope we can hold this SMT. Send you guys a screenshot of this in the premium chat just so you guys can reference my stop loss and my break even after I get off here. I'm gonna go for a nice little stroll. Just let price do its thing, you know. Nothing I can control anymore. We just keep creating this SMT at the highs. Or there's no SMT there. I mean, we still have this SMT there. We have that external. Unless we like break it in the next 30 seconds. So hopefully we don't. That hourly external SMT should be confirmed. If we can get a decent closer in the next 30 seconds, we might just continue lower. Just really depends here. Seven seconds, guys. Closure's not bad. So yeah, I'm gonna price do this thing. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll keep you guys updated on whatever happens. Manage your risk, guys. No stress. Let the trade play out. If it stops you, all good. I'll see you guys tomorrow, man. Have a great day, y'all. I'll post the recording right now as well. Peace.